Benji, the celebration sounded loud. They looked pretty loud as well by the state of your jacket. How was that?
Yeah, good to get the result, obviously. You know, off the back of last week too, backing it up again this week. But yeah, it's full credit to the players. You know, you got to go again. After when it's easy to drop your bundle and relax, and I thought they took to another level this week of training. And then out on the field, the way they executed, field position, the game plan, the leadership of these blokes, yeah, pretty good.
Adam Dewey and also too Lachlan Galvin in their return. What sort of impressed you most, firstly, about Lachlan Galvin and his slotting back into the halves?
Oh, everyone knows what Lockie offers, you know, and he showed that from the outset when he runs the footy. He's pretty dangerous. And then you throw in a guy like Adam Dewey, who's been out, 14 months, and first game in first grade does what he does there today. You know, that's class. And it's a big effort, whether the result's there or not, to see him play the way he did today with his intent, wanting the footy, playing in centre, whatever's best for the team was pretty big.
Had that lead at half time, but what was the message was, you know, you were aware that the Canberra Raiders might have come out just as hard in the second. Yeah. How important was that first try straight after the break, and how impressed were you with that?
Yeah, it's again full credit to the players. We talked about where to start fast in the second half, and it's easy to say it, but it's also easy to come out and leading by a big margin, take it easy. But the boys didn't dip their toe in, and again, full credit to the boys.
Benji, I think Luke today became the sixth player of your Harold Matt's team a few years ago to debut this season. Was today kind of, I guess, advertising or indication of where this club, what I guess you guys have spoken about for a long time, but actually showing where this club can go with those young kids?
Oh, I don't know. It depends what you write. Couple of weeks ago, we're going backwards. So, yeah, I mean, like, you don't throw kids in there if you don't think they're ready. I think we've debuted 10 people this year. You know, that's pretty big in itself. But Luke showed signs in the start of pre-season he was ready. He just wasn't 18 yet. So he turned 18 last Thursday, and it was tempting to play him last week. And I only told him this morning because Stainsy was sick that he was playing, and I thought he had a great game for a kid who only found out this morning.
The confidence, like on that try he scores, where he just goes out, dummy half, and on his first touches in first grade.
Well, we saw that all pre-season from him, you know. But that's what kids bring. They bring energy and they bring confidence. And, you know, we are going places in the future, but we still want to win now. I think that's what gets confused. Just because we've had like those 9 losses in a row, we still want to win now, and we still can win now. You know, we just got to keep backing that up.
Benji, what does it say to Lockie Galvin that he can go through what he's been through the last couple of weeks and then come out and play like that?
Well, some people really are just footy players, and that's what they do best. And Lockie's that sort of guy. You know, we see it at training again every week, and to have his presence out there and his energy was great. But he's got guys around him who are leading the way. Like this bloke next to me again, outstanding today. Aiden Caesar. That's what we brought him here to do, control the game, and I thought they were both great tonight.
Happy, did it feel like there was a bit more composure in terms of you guys were up 12-0, but you were getting tight calls and tries against you? Previously, would that have thrown the team a little bit? Because you kicked on with it.
I couldn't tell you, right? Yeah, it's a good question, mate. No, honestly, it was just one of those things that kept happening for us today. I think as well we took advantage of those things. We didn't let you know, put our heads down or anything. We just kept working, stuck to the game plan like Coach said, and you know, things came off.
I mean, you would have seen Adam Dewey, what he's been through, training you know, off to the side most of the season, working his way back from a third knee reco. Like when you see him do what he does today, what does that do for you guys?
Yeah, look, we obviously had a lot of injuries leading into this game, and to have someone so experienced like that, but like you said, he's put in the work. We've seen him at training, he's been carving us up, and you know, just see him come out like that, full of confidence, and you know, he wasn't holding back, and it's one of those things that made everyone else feel confident that he was out there.
Ben, just going back to that point about the Harold Matts guys, I think this week the club will announce their future home ground strategy. I know that's not a decision for you to make, but when you consider the amount of Campbelltown players or MacArthur players that were in that Harold Matts team, and you know, and then guys like Lockie and Luke tonight, like, does it show how important it is the club does in some way keep a strong link with this region and keeps, you know, this region feeling like part of the West Tigers?
Yeah, without getting too far into it, we've obviously made a point that's important, and I think with Richo releasing our strategic plan and where we're going with things, it's been pretty obvious that we've made a concerted effort out here. But let us just enjoy the win.
Just sorry, word on Adam Dewey. I know you spoke a bit about him before, but just there were times in the game where he sort of reverted into a bit of a fullback role and was roaming on both sides in attack. Is that something you want to see more of him do?
It wasn't planned.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I only told Dewey he was playing yesterday. I was going to leave him in cup, and then Justin Long pulled out, so it was a last-minute decision, and he just did that on his own. Can't take any credit for the way he played. That was the one.
Benji.
So was there any hesitation in picking him, Benji?
Yep.
Given
Yeah, it was. Just about if we're doing the right thing by him. I even double checked with him last night again to make sure, and he was extremely confident. He's been harassing me for 3 weeks, honestly. Last week I thought he showed enough, and then I watched him train during the week, and he was ready. So, yeah, I think he proved it.
Benji, how do you talk about, last week was like, that was a win, but we needed to, sort of move on to the next game. How do you sort of balance now 2 wins on the trot and the confidence up, being more elevated, I suppose, coming into the Roosters?
Confidence you can take away from it, but we still are where we are on the table. That's something we want to try and change, and that comes off the back of doing what we've been doing the last 2 weeks and working harder, training, and it's driven by these guys. Honestly, my job the last couple of weeks has been pretty simple. These blokes drive it, and look what we've done in the last 2 weeks.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights. Action, 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour, grab a seat on the couch for that. And of course, my favourite, Freddie in the 8.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm, subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.